Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're embarking on a truly extraordinary journey, one that weaves together the raw intensity of a boxing ring with, well, the serene beauty of music, and it all culminates in a really profound spiritual quest. We have a unique set of sources for this deep dive. It's a deeply personal case study sent in by one of our curious learners. It's packed with intricate family history, universal questions, and some incredibly insightful spiritual revelations. Our mission really is to unpack the remarkable life of this young woman and her family. We'll be tracing the karmic threads, the connections between their past actions and their present circumstances, and even getting a glimpse into their future destinies. This is a very intimate exploration into cause and effect, how every choice creates a ripple.
Exactly. This case study offers a rare, almost granular look into the intricate mechanics of karma. It helps us understand how seemingly disparate events like a father's early hardship, a child's boxing match, family artistic talents, even accusations from villagers, how they're all woven together. It's like this larger tapestry of actions and consequences across lifetimes. We're not just outlining what happened, but really delving into why it matters, connecting these individual stories to, well, universal principles. And maybe just to clarify for everyone, when we talk about karma, we're basically talking about the universal law of cause and effect. Every intentional action, thought, or word creates a consequence, positive or negative, that eventually comes back. And merits. Those are the good deeds, the positive actions done with good intentions, which generate beneficial karmic results.
Right, good clarification. So let's dive into this rich tapestry. Pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge for you. We want to help you understand the subtle, yet really powerful forces at play in this family story. Let's uncover what this all means for you. The fighter's roots. A father's unyielding spirit. Okay, so our story kicks off with the submitter's father. And his life started with just unimaginable hardship. Can you even picture it? Orphaned not once, but twice before he was even 2 years old. His grandmother passed when he was just 5 months old, and his grandfather followed when he was 2. I mean, that kind of early separation and loss, it would shape anyone, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It definitely laid a foundation of immense self-reliance. And what's striking in the family's adaptation is that his 12-year-old aunt, she had to leave school. She had to marry not just for general support, but specifically to help raise him as the youngest. The insights we have suggest a powerful karmic link here. Actions like, say, disrespecting parents, speaking ill of them, or even in a past life causing profound separation, like taking a mother animal from its young. Things like that can create a karmic imbalance, and this manifests, you see, as a kind of reciprocal experience. Early hardship, separation from caregivers, it forces this immense independence from a really young age. That's how the Souses connect his past actions to being orphaned.
Wow, okay. And despite such a challenging start, what a path he forged. To earn money for his education, he courageously turned to amateur boxing, fighting in different arenas. But he didn't just survive, he actually thrived. He eventually graduated as a teacher and later became a primary school director. It's an incredible testament to his spirit.
It really is. And it raises a compelling question. What drives someone through that kind of adversity? And why boxing? The insights point to a combination of things. Yes, his past negative karma contributed to the early hardships, but he also seemed to carry this pre-existing seed, or let's say an inclination for fighting, a sort of natural enjoyment of combat that then manifested as a way to overcome his struggles and pay for school. Plus, his consistent, maybe sometimes sporadic, but still consistent accumulation of merits, good deeds. That created a positive counterbalance. It explains the initial struggle followed by eventual success and a respected career. Makes sense, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. The struggle, then the success built on that foundation, partly fueled by this fighting spirit. From schoolyard to ring, the little star's debut. And the father's passion for Muay Thai was so deep it just permeated the whole family. He actually transformed the school grounds after hours into a boxing gym, training male students and, crucially, his own 3 kids. Our submitter, his only daughter, she became the sole girl in this very male-dominated sparring group. Learning Thai boxing, getting good with a straight right punch and knee strikes. Imagine that scene, a young girl holding her own.
Yeah, and that immersive environment, while it definitely fostered discipline and physical skill, it also subtly shaped how they approached conflict. The sources mention that children would sometimes settle arguments just by fighting each other. It's a clear example of how learned behaviors in your environment can really get ingrained, influencing even how you handle personal disputes.
Right. Then came the big moment for Dao Noi Sor Somdet, little star, Sor Somdet. That was her boxing name. At just 8 years old, she entered an amateur Western boxing match. A unique female bout apparently drew huge public interest. But here's where the deeper dive gets really interesting. She didn't even see her opponent until the actual fight. Can you imagine the shock? Her opponent was 10, quite stout, imposing, while our little star was slender, almost delicate looking.
Uh-huh.
Despite being scared, she fought back fiercely, landed her signature straight right. But then she quickly learned the hard way about the difference between Muay Thai and Western boxing rules.
Ah, yeah.
She got disqualified for her instinctive knee strikes, tried to land 2 more even after the first warning before the ref stopped it.
Oof, instincts kicking in.
Exactly. She lost, but here's the funny part. She was apparently happy because she got money for snacks afterwards. Kids, right?
Ah, yeah. But that event, even ending in a loss, it carries significant karmic implications for her and her brother. Their participation stemmed from something called a Numathana Bap. It roughly translates to rejoicing in bad deeds, or maybe better, the residual karma from approving of or enjoying watching fights in past lives.
Okay, explain that a bit more. Enjoying watching.
Yeah, think of it like this. Your mind, by taking pleasure in watching violence, even as a spectator from afar, it's essentially sort of practicing or endorsing that violent energy mentally. And that mental endorsement leaves a subtle imprint, like a seed. It can grow into a tendency to encounter or maybe even create violent situations in your own life later on. For the daughter specifically, the sources say she particularly enjoyed watching soldiers practice combat in previous lives.
I see. So just watching and enjoying it planted that seed.
Exactly. But the good news is, by consciously letting go of that enjoyment and actively making merits and dedicating them, this specific karma can be resolved. It doesn't have to carry forward.
That's hopeful. Okay. Beyond the gloves, a family of artists and seekers. Now, what's truly fascinating here, despite this boxing background, the family shared this other, much softer passion, art and spirituality. They loved going to temples, had a strong aversion to harming others, and they were all gifted artists.
Quite the contrast.
Right. The father played guitar and organ, the mother was a prize-winning singer, and our submitter herself was a singing prodigy. Won countless competitions, elementary school right through university. She was even scouted for a record deal. It's such a striking duality in the family.
It really highlights the multifaceted nature of past actions, doesn't it? While some karma led to, let's say, physical endeavors and this inclination towards fighting, other past merits clearly fostered artistic talent and a gentler disposition. For the daughter, her beautiful voice, her knack for public speaking, reciting poetry, hosting events, singing. The sources say this stemmed from past lives, where she frequently chanted, spoke dharma, spiritual teachings, and consistently used pleasant, truthful speech.
Ah, so good, vocal karma.
Precisely. It's a clear example of how positive vocal karma manifests in present abilities, creating a predisposition for those talents. Her general enjoyment of performing arts like singing and dancing, that also came from past lives, where she was apparently a famous performer, shows the wide range of effects.
Amazing. And here's where her journey takes this truly inspiring turn. Despite the allure, the real possibility of a professional music career, she chose a different path after graduation, a more profound one. She decided to dedicate her life to the temple. So what did that pivotal decision mean, karmically speaking?
Well, this unique spiritual path seems deeply rooted, going back a past eon, according to the insights. They reveal she was a renowned singer and dancer back then who fell in love with and married a soldier. This soldier was training with a king's army, and when that king later ordained became a monk, her soldier husband followed him, also ordained. After some time, she too realized the deeper truths of life, started actively supporting the Sangha, the monastic community, embraced celibacy, and made this incredibly powerful wish to be reborn celibate and serve the Sangha from a young age.
Wow, that's a powerful aspiration.
It is. And that aspiration is now manifesting in her current life. It's leading her to the temple, allowing her to work directly for the monastic community, the rest of her family. They also made merits with the community in past lives, but the insights suggest their efforts were less consistent, more mood-based maybe, like a sporadic supply chain.
Oh, okay.
Which explains why they connect with the community now, but in a less direct, less involved way than she does, unraveling family mysteries, karma and rebirth.
But the family story goes even deeper, into mysteries spanning generations. Her great-grandparents, they lived to be over 100, which is amazing in itself. But they were apparently feared and accused by villagers of being pop fi fa.
Ah, yes, a type of malevolent spirit in local folklore, deeply feared.
Exactly. Such an accusation, even if totally unfounded, would bring immense shame, ostracization. Then there's the mother's long-standing guilt. She believes a heart stimulant she gave her great-grandmother actually caused her death.
Heavy burdens to carry.
For sure. And finally, the tragic sudden death of her aunt's 7-year-old granddaughter from amoebic encephalitis. I mean,
Yeah.
these are incredibly heavy questions for any family.
They absolutely are, and they raise important questions about karmic justice or perceived randomness. But the insights clarify things quite a bit. First, the great-grandmother was not a pop spirit. The accusation actually stemmed from her own past vocal karma.
How so?
In a previous life, she herself had accused others of being pop. It's a direct example of negative speech creating a reciprocal experience down the line.
So what you say comes back to you, essentially.
In this case, yes. And her death. Simply old age. She reached the natural end of her lifespan. The medicine the mother gave her had no effect on it whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
So the mother carries absolutely no karma for it. She's advised to meditate, visualize the inner Buddha image, to really let go of that long-held guilt.
That must be a huge relief for her,
Yeah.
knowing she bears no karmic burden. And what of the great-grandparents after their long lives? And the granddaughter's sudden passing?
Both great-grandparents, because of their consistent traditional merits throughout their lives, they were reborn in the Kutumaharajika heaven, specifically in the Gandharva realm,
Which is?
a beautiful celestial plane, known for its music, ethereal beings, fragrant surroundings, a very pleasant place. And there, they've reunited, residing in magnificent celestial palaces near each other. They actually sent a message through the insights. They're well, but would benefit from more merits dedicated to them. It would enhance their heavenly status.
That's quite something. And the little granddaughter.
Her sudden death at such a young age,
Right.
that was a direct consequence of past karma. The sources indicate that in a previous life, as a village girl in an agricultural society, her livelihood involved frequently catching, killing, and selling fish from the river. This past action, taking lives for sustenance, directly manifested in her current life as a shortened lifespan. It's a karmic consequence for cutting short the lives of others. Apparently, she lingered around the house for a bit after death, but has since been reborn as a human again.
Okay, so a very direct cause and effect there. The nuances of karma. From cockfighting to cheering. Right, with those family mysteries illuminated, let's circle back to the father. His current passion brings us to another really fascinating karmic point. Cockfighting. He's apparently even the president of a district cockfighting club. So how do you even begin to advise a stubborn teacher, someone who loves to teach but maybe isn't so keen on being taught? I think many of us can relate to encountering that dynamic, maybe even in ourselves sometimes. It's a challenge, isn't it?
It certainly is. He has what's very aptly called teacher's stubbornness. It means he enjoys imparting knowledge, feels confident in his own understanding, but is resistant to receiving information, especially if it challenges his habits or beliefs.
Makes sense. So what's the approach?
Indirect and gentle. The recommendation is to show him special scoops and miniseries on cockfighting. The implication is educational content that subtly reveals the negative aspects, the karmic consequences, without directly lecturing him.
Let him connect the dots himself.
Exactly. Allow him to come to his own conclusions. Plus, for the daughter, the advice is to make merits and dedicate them with the specific wish for him to stop. This mix of indirect teaching and spiritual support is often the most effective route for those with that strong sense of their own wisdom.
Okay, that's practical advice. Now, what about people who just enjoy watching fights?
Yeah.
Like championship boxing on TV, no gambling involved, just watching for the sport. Is there still a karmic impact there? Many people do that.
Yeah, and this is a crucial point for anyone who engages with violent sports, even passively, even just cheering for fights without any gambling. If it's done with genuine enjoyment, it's still considered that indirect bad deed, that approval of harm.
Even just enjoying it.
Yes, because it subtly implants that seed within you. Your mind, by taking pleasure in the violence, is kind of cultivating an affinity for it. It leads to a predisposition, maybe in this life, maybe in future ones, to resolve issues with violence yourself. The severity of that approval dictates the outcome. If the karmic seed is strong, it could potentially lead to rebirth in, say, conflict-ridden societies. Or maybe even during times of international warfare where violence is just seen as a normal way to solve problems. It really highlights the subtle but powerful ways our minds are influenced by what we choose to watch and enjoy, even from our couch.
Outro.
Wow. This deep dive has offered such powerful insights, hasn't it? Connecting so many threads. A father's struggle, a daughter's spiritual calling, this intricate web of karma binding them all. We've really seen how actions, even seemingly minor things like spoken words or, just enjoying a fight, can echo across lifetimes and shape destinies. It is compelling to see the sheer breadth of these karmic consequences, and crucially, the opportunities for resolution, for transformation. From understanding why certain hardships pop up to the very subtle impacts of our approvals and disapprovals, this case truly illuminates the power of conscious choice and the profound importance of making merit, of cultivating good intentions. It's really a comprehensive look at how individual lives are all interconnected through this precise web of cause and effect.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? This deep dive hopefully serves as a powerful reminder that every action, every word, every single thought creates a ripple. It really encourages us to look at our own lives, our inclinations, the challenges we face, maybe through your nins. Perhaps it'll make you ponder.
Yeah.
What subtle seeds are you planting today? And what kind of harvest might you reap down the line?
Indeed. Just consider this. If even cheering for a sporting event can plant a seed of violence, what kind of seeds are we maybe cultivating through our everyday interactions, our chosen entertainments, our responses when conflict arises? This knowledge really empowers us, I think, to be more mindful, to choose actions that lead towards peace, not just for ourselves, but really for the world around us. It's a call to observe the subtle workings of our own minds and intentions with maybe greater clarity.
Powerful stuff to chew on, definitely. We hope this deep dive has given you a shortcut to being well-informed and perhaps sparked a few aha moments of your own. Till next time, keep digging deeper.